everybody was saying, no, 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 there must be some substance in what the police are saying. You know, they wouldn't have nicked him, they wouldn't have given him 18 years for this or that.
He must have done something.
Yeah, it must have, there's no smoke without fire.
Is your the asking is negotiable or?
No, it's not negotiable.
Not negotiable. Well, I don't know, you didn't tell me much, only the name which you are going to tell me.
Yeah, you will give me information and you will know by what you were told who that person is, and you'll be very surprised.
And how is going to help me that?
Well, because this is the man who had that stuff put there.
The jury would have heard that. I wouldn't have thought, I would have walked.
I see.
No.
He is the one who told the police.
And this information was recorded by police devices.
And then he informed the police.
Yes. And you'll be very surprised when you find out. If you want to find out.
Do you know what I mean? I got this tape weeks after I got nicked.
To find out it's different and to prove it is different.
PII ruling kept me in prison.
Yes. All right, if you give us the name and we find out, how is it going to help us?
All right.
The sickening thing is that this evidence was police evidence that they made not available for the jury to hear. They said these tapes can't be admissible. How can they not be admissible? They should have been played at my trial. The jury should have heard them tapes. You would have heard a police officer talking to my dad. My dad was encouraged to try and keep the copper talking and to say, like, you know, how is this information going to help my son? And you hear the copper saying, this is, you know, this is the man that helped them put the stuff there. This is the man that gave the information to the police. Is this the man that put the stuff there? It must have been him. You know, this information should have been heard. When they brought in that legislation for the PII ruling, you know, they don't have to disclose information. They have to disclose information. What you're doing is basically, you're allowing the police to play a very, very dirty game in the courtroom. And I'm not a courtroom expert. I'm not an angel, and I'm never claiming to be an angel. But, you know, gloves off. And as far as the police are concerned, the rules are, there are no rules. And Michael Howard's made that point by saying, alright boys, I'll give you PII, you go and put them away, you don't have to disclose. I've got fitted up by an informer, right, who was working with the old bill to fit me up, and I can't know that. How can I defend myself against a lie? How can I defend myself against a setup? I can't. I'm scared. You know what I mean? We're talking about rapists, murderers, kidnappers, drug dealers, thieves, and that's just the police. What chance you got? Guns and drugs, you know, I've been in trouble, don't get me wrong, and I defend and fight for my family, die fighting for my family, but, you know, they took the piss, man. You know, what did I do? I'm not politically motivated, you know what I mean, my wife's Jewish, and I love my wife, 23 years. 3 beautiful kids.
Yeah, Bill. 75 if you're lucky to live that long.
After family looks after me.
And you come here a lot?
Yeah, well, I used to, a little bit of a gap, and then when I come back, no seriously, come here, he wouldn't take any money off us. Come back, I told him the story, he said, right. For about a month and a half, I said, look, we've got to start paying off, otherwise we can't come back here.
Given that there were allegations of police involvement with my brother, I didn't make them, they were made by other people. The people who murdered my brother are still walking around the streets. And my family have been We've been trying to have a public inquiry ordered into this murder, because we believe that it was right at the centre of the growth of corruption in the Met.
Right, now, are you pleased to be here, Mr.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's get some answers and questions first. Let's find out whether they're going to answer the questions and take it from there.
In the time I've been raising in Parliament a number of the concerns which are detailed in this book, the number of police officers who on their own initiative have approached me expressing their concern about the nature of internal investigations in the Metropolitan Police, buttressing my concern, and I think we should say that the overwhelming majority of police officers are worried about that feel that they themselves could be the next innocent victim, and are concerned about the reputation of British policing, which is being diminished by some of the things which are outlined and detailed in this book. And I think it's very important to emphasise that there is deep concern.
We've now got an IPCC which, as the book shows, is manifestly biased, very much in the same way as the old Police Complaints Authority was, and it is not going to solve the problem. And the thing which is very, very important about this book, which goes to the issue of journalism, is this is a very big book. The reason it's a big book is it has to decode all the spin, all the lies, all the fabrication, and all the attempts to basically hide what is obviously true. It's manifestly the case that the Metropolitan Police has been out of control for a long time, and there are sections within it which need desperately to be controlled. And the way to create change, the way to actually take this book forward, is to become informed, to understand the history, to understand what's gone on, and not repeat the same mistakes. And so when Ian Blair comes out and says, there's been problems in the past, but I'm going to sort them out, you have to be very, very sceptical.
People like me, who from inside the police for many years have been trying to bring some of these inconsistencies out into the open, we face massive amount of censorship. Massive amounts. And when you have pertinent matters, when you have it on the BBC and ITN, people like me get little or no chance to articulate what is happening. So we need you as journalists to stick with the case and to be open yourselves and not to practice censorship and obstruction to those of us who are trying to give a balance or at least another point of view. And that will help to keep pressure on the Met. They will not respond to continuous reports in the press and media, and in turn it will help to get the representatives in Parliament to raise the game.